Uwe Boll, man, legend, filmmaker extraordinaire, ruiner of video games.
Because I knew I could not be the man who stands here on my left. The notorious Dr. Uwe Boll. So give it one more time. I'm really tired. The thing, what I want to say is the following. I think a lot of people saw my first movie, this film was also still. And that I did before that movie, they didn't recognize it. Like maybe the movie like Out of America, it was a good movie, or that was also a bad movie. And that was a very bad start, let's say it this way, yeah. So, but on the other hand, I don't know what people were expecting from a movie like also there. So, one of the reasons you're almost a living dead right in front of you right now, barely coherent, barely standing, is a little movie called Postal, which you were flying here, they're going to fly out to Hollywood tomorrow. You just flew in from Germany for the day. You must be one tired motherfucker. Now, it's all because of this movie Postal, which is there's no question about it, it's your best film. And also one of the funniest, most outrageous comedies in Man in the Moon, right? And also very controversial. Can you explain a little bit about that controversy that's dogging you with Postal? Yeah, the problem is that Postal gets, for example, in Europe, though a lot of screens are not playing it because they're very fundamentalist attacks. What is bullshit because there's no fundamentalist threat against the movie. But people have too much self-censorship already in their heads, what I think pushing out before something happens. And in the US, you have the problem with a lot of Bush fans. Let's say it this way, yeah? Cineplex audio is not playing in Canada, but it's very bad also. So, and it gets out here in February, so we gave it a little more time to develop in the whole. We get it more theaters. So it's not so easy, but I think the movie where you use cats as silencers or John gets laid by monkeys is first to see. And the question is really like how many you can take. At one point, people want to see something else, but there is of course Hollywood studios and they try that there is nothing else, that people laugh about the same stuff over and over again. And during my whole tour, also in England, Guy Ritchie bought it for England, and he wanted to release it big in England, and he didn't get all the screens, he gets some 10 screens, right? So, and this is kind of depressing. And I think that a movie like The Life of Brian, or whatever, or Sense of Life, like the Monty Python movies, would not get any financing to it anymore. I think they would not finance it. They would say, like, Life of Brian, you come up with the same script now, and so the movie would be not existing. They would say, oh, this is too controversial. And I think this is the kind of thing where we all went backwards. It's after September 11, I think the whole world went backwards between, like, Middle West retards and fundamentalist retards.
Just saw his latest movie, In the Name of the King.
And what did you think about
Dungeon Siege? I thought it was hilarious, but I think it was supposed to be an emotionally gripping tale of a farmer named Farmer. Go figure.
Who farms seaweed?
Who farms seaweed for the kingdom, and the kingdom relies on seaweed.
He's a seaweed farmer. What did you think of the movie?
It was funny because it wasn't supposed to be funny. I hope it crushed his soul that we laughed during the tense, dramatic moments.
No, even worse than that, I hope he realizes that the fact that a kingdom cannot be funded by seaweed should be his biggest flaw in this theater.
Like the magician, his magic is linked to how much he loves the king.
I didn't even think he was farming seaweed. I think he was farming radishes at the beginning of the movie. I don't know where seaweed came in.
Maybe he upgraded to seaweed.
There was no real land, water
Bert
growing.
was talking seaweed, some kind of analogy. It did not go through well. Some about fighting for seaweed or some shit. We were too busy laughing to hear the rest of the dialogue.
Oh my god, it's Uwe Boll. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We had one in our One moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you mind if I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, what's
I'm a big admirer of your films and such. But just quickly, when it comes down to, say, when you go to great lengths to elaborate on, say, a particular scene where you're trying to convey a very particular, say, deep-seated emotion,
Right.
but in a very grandiose sense, the audience, say, depending on the audience, of course, will say, take it as a humorous kind of account.
No, I think we're.
How does that make you feel?
I didn't watch the screening, so I don't know. But for example, where Burt Reynolds dies, I think it's a good scene, and I don't think it's a funny scene, to be honest. But it's a thing like in a festival, it's also a little different. People reacting different to a movie, and I showed it in Brussels, the Fantasy Festival in Belgium, and they were laughing.
Yeah.
Like in difference, and I think it's different if you see it for your alone again or whatever. Where the sun dies or something, this is not funny.
Yeah.
And if you laugh there, then it's a little like people getting it wrong.
No, yeah, I like going to, first of all, to festivals, and second of all,
I think in a festival you have the genre fans. They go, they look the movies, and. You cannot make it everybody right? So this is the thing, and I hope that slowly I convince more and more people that I make good movies. So there's a thing like I look a lot of movies, I compare a lot with other movies, and I think you can absolutely, whatever, you can say House of the Dead or Alone in the Dark was not a great movie, absolutely, but if people give whatever Ultraviolet or Electra 5 points and Blood Rain 1, then they're out of their minds. And this is what I see too many genre movies to not know where my movies are in comparison to tons and tons of other movies. And so
North American culture is pretty much clusterfucked in the first place.
I don't care what anyone says. I wish you continued luck in in video game conversion movies.
Yeah.
So
Last
and
thing-
Far Cry will be good. It's actually I think we had a good script, and it turns out very good.
Can I actually get you to sign my ticket?
Do you work a lot on the scripts, or like how much input do you have on the scripts?
This is basically what I did after Alone in the Dark.
We have to.
After Alone in the Dark,
Which I thought was fantastic, by the way.
I spent way more money in project development and script writing and everything. And Postal I've wrote, Seed I've wrote, and on Dungeon Siege we had like 4 scriptwriters 1.5 years working before we went in prep. And I think this paid off. So and on Far Cry, because we had the rights so long, we developed it also like for 2 years before we started shooting. I think this was one of the things I took out of the critics, that I recognized the scripts of House of the Dead and Alone in the Dark were not perfectly developed, and this fucks you later on set and everything. And this we didn't repeat it this, but this was for me the point where I was pissed with Blood Rain, because I think Blood Rain is from the script way better as the other 2 movies. And if you get then the same reaction, even with look, Blood Rain looks great, there's great music, there's a big cast and everything, and so to get the same reviews, then I thought like, okay, then I really don't know what I should. Yeah, because it's nothing what is fair. It's like if you get like a review or a critic, they say this or that was weak, or you should change this. I appreciate it. Yeah. But if you get like a totally trash thing, like garbage, what in the clip, like D movies, look. If Blood Rain is a D movie, what are all the other movies made? It's independent movies. 99% of the world movies made every year are way under the level of Blood Rain. Right? It's like stupid. So but this is the thing. I live with it, and let's see in 10 years what people say that.
I love Uwe Boll, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Anybody who can make that many shitty movies based on video games and make them seem half credible and seriously convince himself that they are A-list movies rocks my vote, okay? This guy has made House of the Dead, which has no plot whatsoever, into a full-length feature movie. He has made Blood Rain 2, He's now made Dungeon Siege into a movie, and he's soon to be releasing Postal and Far Cry. I can only expect the best from Uwe Boll in the future.
But it's the best of the worst.
It's the best of the B movie class that thinks it's A movie class.
I smelled his cologne and/or natural musk.
That was his au naturel German musk.
What do you think he'll do next, Pong?
I really hope that he makes
Pac-Man the movie.
Super Sokoban the movie, where all you do is push around boxes for an hour and a half. I think Uwe Boll could pull off a Sokoban movie. I really do. Either Sokoban or Tetris the movie, where it's all about a bunch of Russian movers getting drunk and trying to fit a bunch of boxes into a truck.
We can't get this couch in the house because it's L-shaped.